No one will ever replace my husband. No. But I do see some similarities of my husband in JD.
Anything that I say, no matter how crazy, Usha has to smile and laugh and celebrate it.
My wife did not grow up Christian. I think it's fair to say that she grew up in a Hindu family, but not in a particularly religious family in either direction. I believe in the Christian gospel, and I hope eventually my wife comes to see it the same way. But if she doesn't, then God says everybody has free will, and so that doesn't cause a problem for me. That's something you work out with your friends, with your family, with the person that you love.
Rumor has it that JD Vance's wife, Usha, is privately telling close friends that Erika Kirk has a much bigger plan in motion. One that ends with JD divorcing Usha, marrying Erika, and becoming president in 2028. According to what she found, that friendly hug wasn't innocent at all. It was Erika's subtle way of...
What do you hope to achieve for Charlie and for the country?
Oh my goodness. All of his wildest dreams for this organization.
So where does Usha Vance fit into all of this? Insiders say she's scared that JD is preparing to leave her for Erika. Yet conspiracy circles suggest something far more chilling. They argue that Charlie's mysterious death and Usha's rising fear are pieces of the same puzzle. A theory claims, eliminate Charlie, erase Usha from the picture, and position Erika as the ideal first lady ahead of 2028. Coincidence, or a strategy unfolding?
I confronted Usha Vance. I held her hand and I told her, honestly, I do not know how I'm going to get through this.
Sources say Usha Vance has finally connected the dots. She now believes there's something going on between JD and Erika Kirk, something that didn't just start yesterday. According to insiders, Usha discovered communication records and overlapping travel plans that make her think Erika has been carefully preparing this shift since the day Charlie was laid to rest. The final clue was that unsettling hug in Oxford, a moment where Erika publicly grinned while linking JD to Charlie's memory.
No one will ever replace my husband. No. But I do see some similarities of my husband in JD and Vice President JD Vance. I do. And that's why I'm so blessed to be able to introduce him tonight, because he understands the fight that we're up against.
The moment JD walked up on that stage, the hug happened, the one everyone is analyzing right now. If you knew nothing about these two, would you guess that she's a widow still reeling from her husband's death, and he's a married man with a strict Christian image? And the comments she made, implying JD stands where Charlie once did, raised even more eyebrows. Then came the physical closeness, the leather pants, hands on hips, her fingers in his hair. At what point do people stop chalking it up to unusual grieving and admit their instincts are signaling something else? Because every time Erika has appeared publicly since September 10th, her demeanor has contradicted what most would consider normal grief.
I don't think I've ever been this happy in my entire life.
Nothing is changing, but I want to preface, we're not awkward, we're not like weird, cringe. We're not cringe, we're not going to be tweeting as if it's him. That's tone deaf and really disturbing, and anyone who does that's like morbidly
Hey, we're going to be doing about 5 more episodes a week now, so just tell the team and make sure that happens.
3 hours of this, 2 more hours of...
It's like, lady, wasn't your husband just publicly executed only a couple of weeks ago? I've never had this much joy on my best day. She's just full of joy and actual excitement.
Now, looking at the broader landscape, Trump's inner team appears to be quietly setting JD Vance up for the long game. Lara Trump recently suggested that after Trump's term ends, Vance is poised to take the reins, possibly guiding the nation for the next 8 years.
Imagine, Stuart, we kept what we've seen happen over the past 10 years going for the next 8 years, which is what a lot of people believe is going to happen, that the Democrats are in such a bad spot with no leader, no message, and nothing that the American people are interested in, that once Donald Trump ends his term, and we love the Trump 2028 hats, don't kid yourself, I know everybody, especially a lot of Democrats love those, that it will be JD Vance for the next 8 years, and that is terrifying to the Democrat Party.
Now look at Erika's behavior since Charlie passed. She has barely stepped out of the spotlight, interviews non-stop, cameras always nearby, and repeatedly suggesting that JD Vance is the only person who measures up to her late husband. None of it feels accidental. Many online now believe Erika is positioning herself for a political future, possibly as the next First Lady. Social media has taken that idea even further. One person on X posted, "Calling it right now, JD Vance will divorce his brown wife, trade her in, and will remarry EXE recruit and recent widow Erika Kirk, and he will be the 2028 Republican presidential nominee." Another wrote, "JD Vance will soon claim that his Hindu wife has refused to convert to Christianity and divorce her, citing irreconcilable differences about religion. He will later marry Christian evangelist Erika Kirk, claiming that the duo bonded over losses of their respective partners." And then there's Usha. Some are saying she doesn't look like the same confident woman she once was, that she seems drained. When you hear how JD has spoken publicly about her lately, people can't help but wonder, are they quietly creating conditions to push her aside? Because before Erika entered the scene, JD and Usha always insisted their different faiths were never a problem, until suddenly, it appears to be.
My background is very different from JD's. I grew up in San Diego, in a middle-class community, with two loving parents, both immigrants from India, and a wonderful sister. That JD and I could meet at all, let alone fall in love and marry, is a testament to this great country. Also a testament to JD. Know everything about me, where I came from, what my life had been like.
Fast forward to today, and JD is suddenly speaking in ways that critics say undermine Usha and her family's traditions. He's even made comments implying he wants her to switch her faith to match his, something he once said would never be an issue.
My wife did not grow up Christian. I think it's fair to say that she grew up in a Hindu family, but not in a particularly religious family in either direction. Now, most Sundays, Usha will come with me to church. As I've told her, and I've said publicly, and I'll say now in front of 10,000 of my closest friends, do I hope eventually that she is somehow moved by the same thing that I was moved in by church? Yeah, I honestly do wish that, because I believe in the Christian gospel, and I hope eventually my wife comes to see it the same way. But if she doesn't, then God says everybody has free will, and so that doesn't cause a problem for me. That's something you work out with your friends, with your family, with the person that you love.
Did you catch the moment JD casually suggested Usha's family wasn't all that religious? That stood out, especially since Usha has previously shared that her parents were deeply rooted in their Hindu faith, and that those beliefs guided the way they raised her.
One is that I did grow up in a religious household. My parents are Hindu, and that was one of the things that made them such good parents, that make them really very good people. And so I think I've seen the power of that in my own life.
So now here's where theories online start to explode. Many viewers can't understand why JD Vance now publicly implies Usha's family wasn't religious, especially since their wedding honored both faiths, with a Hindu priest giving blessings. Usha has talked about how deeply important that was to her identity, so people online are wondering, why the sudden narrative shift? Some commenters speculate it's strategic, creating a later excuse for a split rooted in religious differences. Others suggest it could be part of a bigger image realignment for politics. And then there's the timing. Just weeks after Charlie's passing, Erika publicly said JD reminds her of him. And not long after, JD expressed hopes that Usha would convert to Christianity. That overlap has set off a storm of speculation across social media. One theory gaining traction online claims JD might pursue something known as Pauline privilege, a rarely discussed Catholic rule that allows a convert to end a marriage not considered sacramental by the church. Because JD is Catholic and Usha is not, some believe he could use this to start over with a Christian partner, potentially someone like Erika. Again, this is all unconfirmed rumor and internet discussion, but the pieces have many people uneasy. Because once the story shifts back to Charlie's death, that's where the theories get intense. A portion of social media insists the official narrative doesn't add up. They believe his death may have been exploited, or worse, by forces who benefit from Erika standing beside JD. Whether that's true or not, the perception alone changes everything. And now, concern is turning toward Usha. After JD's recent public comments, Users online are worried about her emotional well-being. Some even making dark predictions about what could happen if a narrative emerges that she's in the way. One viral comment read, "Headline coming soon, Usha Vance's sudden illness." Then JD and Erika unite over shared grief. Again, nothing has been proven. These are theories, guesses, and speculation from strangers watching events unfold through screens. But the questions aren't going away.